In your medical news this morning, the acting head of global health for USAID warning that suspended foreign aid will have dire consequences. In a 20-page memo, Nicholas Enrich warns the ongoing suspension of humanitarian assistance could trigger surges in malaria, Ebola, and avian flu. Enrich predicts up to 18 million malaria cases globally each year, with as many as 2,000 cases potentially reaching the United States. March is Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and one survivor is trying to bring attention to the disease. Amy Jensen was diagnosed with stage 3 rectal cancer 5 years ago. She's currently battling metastatic disease in her pelvic wall, undergoing systemic chemo as her only option. Jensen is traveling to Washington this month to lobby Congress for $20 million in research.
Along with more treatment options that other cancers have that we don't have, where some of our treatment options are as old as the 1980s. I don't want other people to have to go through what I've had to endure and how it's affected my family.
Colorectal cancer is the second leading cause of cancer death in the U.S. Groundbreaking treatment in London has improved the vision of 4 children with a rare genetic disorder. Otherwise, they were likely destined to go blind. One of those kids is a 6-year-old from here in the U.S. Chapman Bell has the story.
Jace was a baby when his parents first noticed something with their young son.
I was coming home from work, playing with Jace at night on the bed. And I looked up at DJ, my wife, and said to her, at what point did they start to look at you?
Jace was born with a rare genetic disorder called LCA4, and his parents learned their son could only distinguish light and dark and was rapidly going blind. But the Connecticut family discovered help for their little boy could be on the other side of the Atlantic in London using gene therapy.
This is what's affected by the condition, and this is the tissue we're targeting.
In 2020, Jace, then 2, and his parents flew from the U.S. to take part in the world's first trial, along with 3 other young children from around the globe, hoping to save their deteriorating vision.
He came out of surgery, and within the first couple minutes, he was able to get out of bed. He was spinning, dancing around, making all of the nurses laugh.
The treatment works by injecting healthy copies of a faulty gene called AIPL1 through the front of the eye into the retina. The DNA is inside a harmless virus which breaks into the retinal cells. There, the replacement gene kickstarts production of AIPL1 proteins, essential for healthy vision. Jace and the other children have been monitored now for almost 5 years, taking part in tests like locating objects less than 1/4 of an inch in size and walking hallways. Now 6, Jace is seeing the world in a way that might not have been possible.
We had no idea, what the results were going to be or are going to be for the long-term future, but we've seen some phenomenal results. And for us, if this just helps Jace navigate his world a little bit better, then it's a massive win.
The surgeon working on this particular gene therapy thinks it could be effective in treating more common conditions in children in the future.